Howdy guys, thanks for being patient. It has been a crazy couple of weeks. Today we're going to be looking at this solo from Ruin by Lamb of God. Let's take a look. Alright guys, like 90% of Lamb of God songs, this one is also in drop D, which is D, A, D, G, B, E. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's start off with a big fat bend from 17 of the second string for a full tone. Then I work into this phrase. Nice and evil and a bit of that sort of harmonic minor sound to it. The start of that I'm playing 7 and then 2 9s and then back to 7 on the 5th string. At the end of that, I'm playing 9 10 on the 4th and then 8 of the 3rd. Then I work into this phrase. You can add a little bit of a squeal here if you want to. I'm doing a hammer-on pull-off, going 7 8 7 on the 2nd string. And then I want to go 9 8 on the 3rd to 10 of the 4th. That's going to resolve back to that 8th fret on the 3rd string. So all together thus far of that group, let's add that bend at the front of it now. Keep in mind that we're going with that Lamb of God swing time feel with a bit of triplet action. So it's got sort of that piratey feel to it. After that I work into this phrase. So what I've got here, I've got a full tone bend from 10, I'm just trying to figure out the tones. Full tone bend from 10 up and back on the 2nd string, hitting it again at the bottom, and then a semitone bend from 7 on the same string. And then I've got that's a semitone bend from 12. At the end of that, I'm doing a hammer-on pull-off going 10 12 10 on the 2nd string, resolving to 11 of the 3rd. All together. And that's pretty much the whole section thus far. Let's do it at a gentleman's pace and then do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Alright guys, second and final section, we're going to work through this kind of fun pull-off arpeggio things. So I'm starting off with a pull-off from 19 to 15 on the 1st string, jumping to 17 of the 2nd, and then back down to 15 of the 1st. Then I go like this. So it goes 19, 15, 20, 15, 19, 15, 17, 15. So I'm doing just sort of one pluck per pull-off. And that's going to be kind of the premise for the next 3 like mini licks. Hopefully that's all making sense. Then I work into this phrase. So this is kind of more pentatonic-y than arpeggio-y, but anyway, we'll slow that down. I'm playing 17, 14 on the 1st string, jumping to 17 the 2nd, back to the 14 on the 1st string. Then from this point, I'm pulling off 17, 14, 19, 14, 17, 14, then 15, 14. That whole group. Let's have a look at what we've got thus far from the start. I'm going to repeat that phrase again. The only thing that's going to be different is that I'm going to be jumping to 15 on the 2nd string instead of 17. So that's going to go like this. So it's almost identical to that. All the pull-offs after it are the same. We've just got that different note on the string change. So let's try and look at those 3 ideas back to back. Hopefully that's making sense. Then I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm going to play 15 of the first string and then do a quick hammer-on pull-off, going 14, 15, 14, and then jumping to 17 of the second string, and then after that it's just straight triplets. So that little trilly bit at the start is the tricky bit, and then it gets simpler. From that point, I'm going to be playing 14 of the first string, and then 17, 15 on the second, then 17, 15, 13 on the second string, repeating 15, 13, jumping to 16 of the third. At the end of that, resolving to a cheeky vibrato on 15 of the second string. That's the whole solo. Let's try this section again a little bit slower, and then again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was the solo from Ruin by Lamb of God. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And please click the links to the description box if you want to join up with the Patreon and get tabs and other giveaways and other cool stuff like that. Also have 2 books out at the moment: Ultimate Shred Machine, Upping Your Chops in Shredding, Sweeping, Legato and Tapping. And my most recent book, Rock Mode Guitar Mastery, is out now if you want to up your knowledge of modes in composition and improvisation. And if you're not much of a reader, I have both of those courses available on Udemy as well if you want them in a video format. Anyway, it is lovely to see you guys all again. I'm sorry about the break. I've been very, very busy with other stuff, but there will be lots more content coming very soon. Mwah. Love to all. See you soon.